recently, Kendrick Lamar won a bunch of Grammys for Not Like Us, and he's also performing in Toronto soon. How do you feel like Not Like Us has affected the perception of Toronto?
It hasn't affected it at all. I said this when I was talking to, I think I talked to Friday one time on the phone privately, and a bunch of people. I've talked to a bunch of people. Zar, I'm outside every day. I'm on the road every day in Toronto. I have not heard that song being played not one time, bro. I haven't even heard the beat. I heard, like, there was that one time where that guy came, the DJ came and came to the club and started playing that shit. And like, they literally stomped his ass out. Actually, one time I went to the club and a DJ actually was playing. It was a different guy. I think he came from the States and he was playing that shit. And we literally, like, as soon as we heard the beat, like, yo, what the f? We picked this guy up, we threw him out of the club. Like, all of us, you know? And then he was like, yo, but am I gonna get paid? We're like, broski, you're not gonna get paid shit. Get the f out of here. Who are you playing? Who are you to play that song here? You know what I mean? So
wait, you kicked someone out?
I didn't personally, like, it was like, cause like we're Toronto guys, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And we're in the club, so like, and we're hearing that shit. So like 20 of us were just like, what the f? We told him, yo, turn that shit off. And he was like, yo, what are you talking about? He's acting like he can't hear us. So we, like, I think a man pulled out his cord, pulled out his thing, told him, like, yo, get, and then the club owner came out too. I was like, yeah, who are you? Like, I didn't tell you to play that shit, you know? So that was probably the only situation, like, that was one situation that happened where I heard it. But, like, you know how people are just bumping their tunes while they're in the whip? I haven't heard that shit not one time. I'm everywhere. East End, West End, DT. I even go to Kitchener sometimes. I haven't heard that shit not one time. I don't think it's affected the city at all. I think, obviously, people in the States are going to have a perception of us regardless. You know what I mean? They're going to have a perception. They're going to be like, oh, you know, you guys are soft. Oh, Drake, you know? Oh, they not like us. We don't want to be like you guys. Why would we want to be like you guys? Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, who's dominating the charts? Put it to you like this. I told this to Friday as well. The top rapper in Toronto and the top streaming rapper in Toronto and the top streaming rapper in LA are the same guy. Right? So, like, why do we need to, like, sit here and, like, act like this song is affecting us? This is not affecting us in any way. The Weeknd just dropped an album and it's #1 everywhere in the world.
Fire album.
Amazing. I was listening to it on my way here. It's an amazing album.
Yo, it's actually a really good album.
Like when Tory gets out and he drops his first day out track, that's gonna go crazy.
Okay, but what about when Kendrick comes to Toronto? Do you think there's gonna be any sort of chaos around that event?
I don't think he's come. Okay, between me and you, I don't think they're gonna let him perform. Personally, I don't think they're gonna let him perform.
Who's they? The Toronto police?
Because yo, this is not the States. Like, he is gonna be escorted by the police. And so all of these guys, as soon as his performance is gonna happen, there's gonna be, like, he pissed off a lot of people, bro. Like, you know what I mean? When he made that song, he pissed off a lot of people. Like, he disrespected the city multiple times, you know? People are saying, oh, he's just dissing Drake. I don't think he's dissing Drake. I think he disrespected our city. When you say they not like us, okay, whatever. There's a lot of meanings to that. But also, like, when he says explicitly, like, I'm glad D Rose home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. Who's y'all? Is that Drake? Is like, that's us. He's literally, yo, like, but seriously, like, he's literally talking about us. He's saying y'all didn't deserve him neither. If it's about, like, yo, when Pusha T was beefing with Drake, I didn't even have an issue. Because I was like, yo, Big Monting, like, they're two grown-ass men, let them handle their thing. I didn't care. But, like, as soon as you start disrespecting the city, that's when I care. Personally, me, I don't really want to get into all the Kendrick thing, but you know how I feel about him, bro. Like, in my opinion, come on, bro. Let's be honest. He's kind of a waste man. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, yo, let's keep it a bean. Like, he's kind of a waste man, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo. So, I think they're going to cancel the show, personally, because of, like, probably 2 weeks before the show starts, they're going to cancel it. and it's because of it's a safety issue. Like, not only for him, but for other people. Nobody wants another Travis Scott situation to happen. You know? Like, God forbid, like, nobody wants that to happen. And in this city of Toronto, where you disrespect a lot of people and a lot of people are going to be coming for you, dude, the Toronto police services are going to be like, they're going to have to like put a shit ton of people on scene to make sure this guy is safe. Me personally, what I think Kendrick Lamar should do is if he performs, if they let him perform, brother, just apologize to the city. Don't even say nothing. Just apologize to the city. Make your apologies. Perform your local tracks. Get back on your PJ. Get the home. You know what I'm saying? That's me personally. That's what I think he should do, right? Because people are saying that he's gonna have a convoy, like how they did it with Taylor Swift. I don't think they're gonna do that shit with him. I don't think they're gonna give him a convoy. Like, Kendrick Lamar is he's a big artist, but brother, at the end of the day, like, they're not gonna give him the little pretty white girl Taylor Swift treatment when he comes here. Let's be honest though. They're not gonna give him that shit, bro. He's a black rapper from the States. The police are gonna treat him like how they treat every other black rapper from the States, bro. Like, let's be honest, you know what I mean? Of course they're gonna give the convoy to Taylor Swift and all these little white girls that are coming here because, you know what I mean? But like, dude, you're a street rapper from Los Angeles, a black street rapper from Los Angeles. They're not gonna give you a convoy and all that shit, bro. You know what I mean? And you can't bring your boys up here you guys can't be toting up here. Like, you guys are felons. They can't come up here. They're gonna be the ones protecting you. And so if you don't listen, if you become too much of a expenditure for them, they're just gonna call it off. And how much times have the Toronto police done that? Like 2 weeks before something, they shut it down. Or like a couple of days before, they shut it down. Mm-hmm. I think personally that's what's gonna happen, right? My thoughts on Kendrick, I don't personally like him. I've never really, like, I used to listen to his music, like back in the day, you know, like GTA Radio. His songs were on GTA Radio and GTA 5, right? And I used to listen to them. You know, he has a couple little tunes, like, you know, we gonna be alright. Like, he has a couple little tunes, man. Like, you know what I mean? But he's not like, we're not gonna sit here and pretend like he's like what he once was. Like, he's not what he once was. You know what I'm saying? And you could say that with a lot of people. You could say that with Drake. You could say it with whoever. But especially with him, he's not what he once was. You know what I'm saying? But the moment and I'm sorry I have to call him a waste man, but the moment where I was like, okay, this guy is kind of exhibiting waste man ass activities is when he was doing his album rollout for his previous album. What was the previous? Not the one that he just released, the one before. What was it called?
Mr. Morale?
Mr. Morale. When he was doing the album promo for Mr. Morale and he was like dressing up as the Black Jesus, he had the little crucifixion thing on his head. He was wearing all white, dressing up as the Black Jesus. People are gonna say, "Oh, it's artistry." People are gonna say, "Oh, it's like he's trying to have a message." Like, bro, like, what's the message in you dressing up like a biblical like, what's the message in that? I personally think, like, I'm not even Christian, by the way, but I was offended when I saw that shit. I was like, yo, what is this guy doing? And the fact that nobody got mad at that, he's literally dressing up as the Black Jesus. He has an iced out, what's that thing?
The thorn of, crown of rose, crown of thorns.
The crown of thorns. Yeah. He had a multi-million-dollar iced out crown of thorns, bro. Like, is that... Yo, be honest. If anybody else did that shit, everyone would be like, what the... Like, yo, Lil Nas X did the same shit. Did he not do the same shit where he dressed up as Jesus?
No, he did. Didn't he dress up as the devil?
He dressed up as the devil, but then he also had a song where he dressed up as Jesus. And then people got on his ass. They were like, yo, who are you to dress up as... You know, I'm not Christian, but Christians look at Jesus as God, right? Yeah. So they were like, who are you to dress up as our God?
But Christians be allowing that shit a little too crazy. Like, Muslims, you guys don't play around
Absolutely
with
not.
Imagery of the prophet and stuff. Like, Christians, there's like movies, like there's like a gray area when it comes to depicting Jesus.
Yeah, but I feel like they picking, like, personally, like, I'm not here to say anything because I'm a Muslim, but I think a lot of them pick and choose as well who can do it and who can't do it. So, like, they completely canceled Lil Nas and they ruined that kid's career because, you know, he's gay and he's dressing up as like a Jesus. But when Kendrick Lamar does it, it's completely okay. Like, brother, this guy grew out his dreads. He wore all white and he had an iced, I was like, yo, what kind of nigga activity is this where you ice out the crown of thorns? Like, isn't that crazy? That's when he did that shit, I was like, yo, man, like that's crazy. Like, who does, like, you know what I mean? I don't need to be too controversial. I'm just saying, like, I'm just speaking my mind personally. Like, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, this guy is kind of, I don't care what, like, I'm be dead ass. I don't care what kind of artistry you're trying to prove. I don't care what the message is behind it. You don't do that, bro. Just keep people's God and people's faith out of it, dog. The most Drake ever did was made a song called God's Plan. But he's not like Drake. Like, imagine if Drake did that shit for God's Plan. Imagine if the God's Plan music video was him dressed up as a god and like giving out to people. People would be like, yo, who the f does this guy think he is? Right? But like Kendrick Lamar does it, right? I guess Kanye kind of did it as well. People got on his ass. But when this man LaMarcus does it, it doesn't seem to be an issue. I think he's got people brainwashed personally, but that's another topic, personally.
Brainwashed with what? The facade of consciousness, but it's really
like a lot of people think that like he's like some kind of woke,
like wise rapper.
Like, a lot of people think like he's like this woke, crazy
spiritual leader.
Like, yo, he's for the people. It's like, yo, brethren, this guy is a money-hungry rapper just like the rest of these niggas, bro. He's signed to a major label. Is this guy independent? He is signed to a major label, Interscope Records, a division of UMG. He's signed to the most major of major labels, bro. Okay? This guy is just like everybody else. I can respect all these other rappers because at least they're honest. It's like, yeah, bro, I'm making hella stacks. I'm a guy. Yeah, like I make hella money doing this. You know what I mean? LaMarcus is doing the exact same thing. But like he wants to pretend and put on this image like, yo, I'm conscious. I'm what the culture feeling. It's like, no, you're not, bro. He's like the way Kendrick Lamar had, like, yo, Kendrick Lamar has black people brainwashed the same way Kim Jong has the Koreans in his country brainwashed. He's brainwashed them the same way. The funny part is Americans will look at Kim Jong and the way that he brainwashed his citizens into thinking that he's a god. Black Americans are brainwashed into thinking Kendrick is some kind of messiah here to save them. He's what the culture is feeling. He's like a modern day
prophet.
Martin Luther King prophet. When the reality of the situation is all of his white managers and his white business executives that are in control of his thing are telling him, yeah, man, you really got these black people. You really got them going crazy to this one, man. Keep that going, bro. Keep that. Actually, they're not even saying black. You know what word they're saying. They're saying, yo, you really got these, really jamming to your stuff, man. Keep that going, dude. Hey, we got another advance coming for you. We got another advance coming. Keep that going, man. Hey, I see what you did there. I see what you did there with that. Oh, I see what you did there with that. Oh, they're going crazy. They really think you're some kind of crazy. Like, you just won 4 Grammys. They really think you're a guy. Hey, keep that going, dude. We got another one coming. When is the Not Like Us 2 coming out? You got to get them going crazy. We want these to go crazy to the next one. You got to really brainwash them to thinking that you're some kind of prophet, man. Keep it going until we can't milk it anymore. And then we'll transition you into something else. We'll transition you into like a street rapper. Right now you're in your consciousness era. We'll keep that going. After that's done, maybe we'll make you into a street rapper. Maybe we'll make you into a drug-heavy rapper. Maybe we'll make you into a melodic rapper.
Or even like an actor or, director.
Or like a Snoop Dogg sort of thing where he's not really a rapper anymore. He's more of like a figure now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Like a household figure. Like At the end of the day, bro, like, why, like, but he really has, like, not him. It's more of his, like, the people in charge and around him, they really have people convinced. I think it's just crazy that you can't see that, you know? You can see that with everybody else, but you can't see that with him, right? So, like, other rappers, when they're just like, yo, man, like, I'm in it for the money, I can respect it, because it's like, yo, you know? But, you know, it is what it is, bro.